I almost got it. I slipped.
Not me. I'm like a billy goat. I'm like a mountain ram.
Sure you are.
That hook's around behind this guy's place.
Oh shit! That was on video.
Maybe it's time for a diet, boys.
I thought you were on him.
You know me, dude. If I'm on him, I'm shooting him.
I find that deer. I'm not happy about that shot. Give us your afterthoughts on why you missed the deer on a feeder, broadside. No comment. Screw the media.
Good job, Eli.
Go get your hands on that thing, dude.
All the negativity. All the negativity.
That is 100% the buck.
Oh, I could have got that one if I had a gun in my hand.
Bloodroot Outdoors.
So it's opening day here in Ohio. It's been an interesting week. It's already been an interesting morning. Interesting in the negative, I would say. Last Saturday was the opening day of Tennessee season. I went down and hunted Tennessee for 3 days, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then I had to go visit in-laws down in Florida. So I had 3 days to hunt, which Tennessee, I've usually at least been able to get on some birds within 3 days, but went down there. It was incredibly slow. It was warmer. It was not a good opening season. So we got on 2 birds first thing in the morning on the second day we were here. They were gobbling off the roost, gobbling good. We were within 150 yards of these birds, just hammering off the roost. We felt like we had a pretty good setup. But they pitched down. We made a couple of yelps after we heard them pitch down, and they gobbled. And then a couple minutes later, we heard them gobble. Well, more than a couple, but 5 or 10 minutes later, we heard them gobble, and they was further away. Then we heard them gobble again, and they was even further away. And then a little while later, we saw a hunter come around, calling with a pop call. So I'm not sure what happened there, but that was the only action we had. The third day I was there, we heard nothing. Went to some of our big spots where we normally hear birds, and just silence. Wasn't seeing much sign or anything. So I leave Tennessee. I don't have much video to even provide, so leave Tennessee, go to Florida, visit my in-laws. Well, we decide we're gonna drive straight back from Florida. On the way back, we actually passed by my property. So we decide, you know what, we'll just stay in the cabin tonight. I can get up, hunt in the morning, and then make the last hour and a half of the trip after I hunt this morning, because it's opening day, Ohio. Well, when we pull in, I end up seeing 2 Longbeards out in front of my cabin, one full strut, which is a great sign, right? So they go down into the woods, head towards the back. So I get up this morning expecting to hear those gobblers hammering off the roost this morning. Nothing. I have not heard a single. Well, I think I heard one gobble. It was way in the back. So I sit up here. End up seeing a raccoon, bumped a deer first thing this morning. Daybreak. Nothing. I don't call. I'm just waiting. All of a sudden, I see a turkey pitch. Ends up being a hen. She lands about 40 yards in front of me, 50 yards. Starts working her way up. She sees something, but she doesn't spook or anything. She cuts and purrs and works her way over to the left here. So I know there's two Longbeards in here. They're just really tight-lipped. She started working over towards the left here, so I'm wondering if they didn't roost in the back left corner of the property. Because other than her, I have not heard or seen anything pitch. So I'm going to give it a minute or 2 here. And then I think I'm going to pull stakes. I'm going to head over to the... Oh, I just heard a gobble. Over to the left. They were roosted on the left. Alright, I'm going to reset up. this thing go. And I'm not being bashful at all. I should probably go over there and tell him he can't breed a dead gobbler. Alright, it's been a wild morning. 9-10 inch beard, 3/4 inch spurs, maybe an inch. Good 2-year-old bird. He was definitely the subordinate. The strutter was behind him. But it was a weird morning. I was talking to the camera actually. We'd just gotten back from Florida. I did 3 days in Tennessee. Didn't have a whole lot of luck there. We heard one group of 2 gobblers off the roost. They pitched down, went another direction. A hunter came in, and that was kind of the end of that whole hunt. We covered tons of ground, tons and tons of ground. Saw very little turkey sign in Tennessee. Saw a whole lot of hog sign. So kind of a weird year down in Tennessee. We heard those 2 birds, and that was it. Didn't hear anything the first day. Well, I take that back. We heard those 2 birds the first day on the other side, which is why we went to the other side the second day. But 3rd day we hunted, nothing, not a peep, nothing. We covered a lot of ground, seen a little bit of sign on the 3rd day, but just kind of a weird season for Tennessee. Anyways, we left Tennessee. My family and I went down to Florida to visit my in-laws. We've been there since, we were there until Friday. Friday we headed back to Ohio from Florida, and on the way back it actually took me by my property. And my wife was so generously agreeable to stopping at the trailer, since we had already traveled 12-13 hours. Decided we'll stop at the cabin, take a break for the night, go get some dinner, and then I can get up and hunt Saturday morning for today for the opening Ohio gun season. And then we'd pack up, head on back home, finish the rest of our trip. And that's what we did. And I came in to the driveway. It was about 7:30 or so. And when I did, I saw 2 turkeys, these 2 gobblers in the front woods. One was full strut and one was out of strut, and I'm positive it's the same 2 birds. Anyways, I got super excited because I was like, okay, I got 2 Longbeards near the front of the property an hour before fly up, so I knew they'd be in the area. But I set up this morning.
kind of two situations. They either roost over the right creek or they roost over the left. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to start on the right, and then when they start gobbling in the morning, I can reset. Well, morning starts to break, and I don't hear nothing, not a single gobble, nothing. So I'm sitting there and I was replaying it in my mind. I'm like, I know they're in here. They got to be in here. They had nowhere to go. It's, you know, an hour before fly up. They couldn't have left the county. So sure enough, day breaks, and all of a sudden, turkey flies down. It's a hen, lands 40, 50 yards in front of me, starts working up. Well, she starts working to my left, towards the left side of the property. So at that point, I kind of figured, okay, they must have roosted on the left side, the gobblers, and that's where she's heading. So popped the camera on, started to give a narration of what was going on, and pow, one gobbled, and sure enough, on the left side. So I grabbed my stuff, came over. He gobbles again, and he's pretty close, so I set up on this tree, and I'll show you the tree. It was a terrible setup, mind you. But basically I set up right on the side of this tree, because when they gobbled, they were right over in here. And so I just set up, squatted down, and sure enough, I saw that strutter going back and forth through here. And tried to adjust my camera to get some footage. It's probably not the greatest, but I think I did. Then the next time he gobbled, he was over in this area. So at that point, I was sitting with my gun facing this way, and this tree was on my right shoulder. So my right shoulder was leaning up against the tree. Well, what do you know, when I look over, they're cutting up through this brush, and I can't turn my gun because, well, the tree's in the way. So they finally work over right in here. So then I had to, I'll show you, it's kind of screwed up. I had to take my gun, lift it up, and come around the back side like this. And when I did, that bird periscoped up, and I had a, I don't know, 25, 30 yard shot, and took it, and knocked him down. Well, the other one was still hanging around. I was getting ready to jump up and grab my bird. Well, he was still hanging around, so I started calling a little bit, cutting. Whew, he did not want to leave. He started thrashing my turkey, trying to mount it. That was some wild stuff. I mean, he wouldn't leave. I eventually, after, I'm not kidding, after 3 or 4 minutes, I was like, okay, well, I want to go get my turkey. So I got up and ran him off, but man, he did not want to go. Whew.